Nah, my phone or computer app would let me go live. It kept saying it had issues connecting to it. I've been running around restarting my phone, restarting the computer. But there was none of that. Let's see what happens if I do this. Hopefully everyone starts to come across here from the old stream. Can you guys hear me all right, or is my phone screwed up again? Laptop's playing up now. I'm having to read off my phone for a second because the laptop's screwed up, so I'm gonna have to restart that. Everything's good, sweet. Yeah. So, no fancy live stream tonight with all the screens because yeah, computer app wouldn't work and my phone wouldn't work on that stream, so I had to restart it. Now my laptop's completely frozen, so I had to restart that so I can at least read your guys' comments. Move that there. So I can at least be in front of you guys looking your way. Give me 2 secs while I bring it up so I can actually see what you guys are saying. There we go. Now I can at least respond to you guys quickly. How's everyone's week's been? Project cars, all that jazz. Same old or? No worries, Josh. It won't come in time for me before I fly to work. I gotta probably delete the old live stream. Currently buying bits of turbo your eco. That'll be killer, man. What are you looking at getting so far? What bits have you got, or what are you searching to get? Oh yeah, sweet. What's taking you so long, Josh? Hey Baz, sorry, I don't know if you got onto the stream straight away, but my phone wouldn't let me go stream on that one I scheduled earlier. I just kept going live for like 3 seconds and then saying unable to connect. So I had to make a new one. I'm just going through now and deleting the old one and updating the picture for this one so more people can jump on hopefully. Then have you had a chance to get on to yours yet, Baz, or has the rain still been stopping you? Right, that's set up. Servo kit, fuel system, figure out the computer. What part of the computer are you trying to figure out, Jake? I don't think you can convert the flashable PCMs to NVRAM. Oh, yeah, fair enough, Josh. Ah, oh, that doesn't sound too good, Baz. More issues? Okay, too easy. Just keep in mind that the L67 VT harness won't work with the VY. They use different plugs to connect between the chassis and the engine, and also where they get power from. Nah, man, I've never owned a factory L67 before. Oh, yeah, it must be loading slow, as I just loaded way behind for you. Hey Jason, how you going? Oh, right, fair enough, Baz. Out of the stuff on Thomas's cargo that you were modifying and welding that day? Oh yeah, fair enough. Is he going to be heading back to the dyno to push it a bit more, or is it just like some maintenance and fixing up a few things at the moment? Did you actually spend time in your car? As that's where the don't talk about it is, or just didn't manage to? Oh yeah, sweet. Make sure you get some videos of both. That'll be awesome to watch, for sure. I'm wondering if I can hack into this live stream from the app now and get all the comments showing up on the screen for the people not logged in or on TVs that don't support it. But I've got a bad feeling I'll do that and it will just crash the whole system. Yeah, I'm almost done updating all the Facebook posts with the correct link. And I can stay focused on the stream. Right there. There we go. Now we're back. Oh, that's what I remember seeing. Was either your post or a comment on that. Were there head gaskets from Mace as well? Because if so, that really sucks because it's not even that far for them to go. Yeah, Flynn, they will. They're basically the same external size, but all the mounting points are the same, axles are the same, diff yoke for the tail shaft is exactly the same. Is the VZ-R8 is that the 3.7s? Unless if it's auto, then it's different. Yeah, I saw you snapped a brand new bolt. I'll be doing a gasket tomorrow on the motor for the drift car that I'm building. It's just up on the hoist at the moment. Ripped out the auto and box motor out of that. Got the manual conversion one sitting there. It's done a head gasket. And after I saw your post on snapping a brand new replacement one, it's got me a bit worried. The ones that I bought are the Nason brand, so I don't know if they're the same ones that you had, but hopefully I don't snap one too. Rust bolt in the sequence. Fuck, it's always the way. Just when you think you're done and dusted and no more issues. Oh, really? The VZ-R8 had a 346 in it. That's really weird. Oh, really, Baz? You actually chased the threads as well. It must have been like a really shit quality bolt. What was the brand that you had? I've never opened a timing cover off a standard Ecotec before, to be honest. So I can't say that I have personally. Or if I have taken one apart, I've just never looked. I've just unbolted and taken everything straight off while stripping it for the block. Looks like stress fractures. Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure the kit that I got was all from Mace too, so Well, we'll see how I go with that. Might not even talk him down, or just rattle gun it straight down. Are you going to manual convert the Baleno Mr. 96 VS? Yeah, that's for general go with Mace. It's always hit and miss. Majority of the time, they're just a parts reseller though. Everything they have is another company's, and they just slap their label or sticker on it and sell it as their own. Oh geez. Digital torque wrench, triple check calibration for round 2. Never had it happen before, and yeah, the car probably does hate you. But let's hope then that it's just all these initial issues at the beginning, and then you make some good power and torque on the dyno and lives a happy life from there. I really did that. That's awesome. Good on her. Going from a 308 to a 346 is 100% worth it, Flynn. Big difference. Best bang for buck is diff gears. Yeah, Jake, the thing is though, most of the time, like 90% of the time, factory coils are always going to be better than replacement coils of different brands, or half the time even upgraded coils. Yeah, it's understandable. All those Mace coils that they sell for Ecotechs and L67s, I've heard that they're junk as well, so would surprise me if they do Alotech coils, which is what you're saying you had, and they went to shit too. No worries, Flynn. Uh, Brent, your thoughts on? Could you rewrite that? It doesn't quite make sense to me. So your thoughts on LS Quid 2 Ecotech? Then seen some people have gone that way. Do you mean my thoughts on LS coils on the Ecotech? Jake, advice for a beginner tuning on boost would be keep the timing ridiculously low. As boost comes in, give it about 8 degrees of timing, and at 10 to 12 psi, have it at about 10 degrees of timing. Obviously, it depends on if you're using an aftermarket ECU and or factory, because they read very different and where you put all your points in. But yeah, about 8 degrees of timing as boost comes in, and at the very top end, 10 degrees is safe, 12 degrees is safe, but a bit how you're going if you're not sure or have fueling correct. But start around that, give it 8 degrees, give it 10 at most, and then get your fueling bang on, so your AFRs read correct, and then go back to timing. Hey Aussie Bogan bloke, how you going, mate? Good to see another New South Wales person on there. I think I've got 2 or 3 that are regular viewers on here, so it's another one to add there. I mainly have people from Queensland and Victoria, so it's good to get some variety. What have you got, Aussie Bogan? What cars are your project cars or fun cars? Hey Tin Shed, how you going? No worries, Joe. Yeah, Brent, LS coils are really good things. The factory coils will still take you to 670 plus horsepower, so they're not needed. You mainly go LS coils when you go an aftermarket ECU. That's the main reason why people do it. Cleans up the wiring, cleans up the bay, and you do get a stronger spark. But if you're planning on being under 700 horsepower, then factory coils will do just fine. There's no issues with them. Yeah, true. Fuel economy would help, not being wasted spark. Sweet, 411s and an auto. You don't see too much of that at the moment. They'd probably, pick 4th gear, maybe, at least 3rd. Yeah, Victoria's got quite a fair few. Basically every state but WA and Northern Territory has a lot. Yeah, that's because they're always broken. People do shit on the cheap, and then cheap shit breaks. Oh, the song Return to Sender stuck in your head. That sounds horrible. There's nothing worse than getting a song stuck in your head and it just repeats all the time. Makes you feel any better, Jake? This one gets daily. So there's one in WA that does, at least. I had the roof wrapped today and new window banner, so car's looking a little bit more fresh, which is good. Kids told you to stop singing. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, L67 is absolutely awesome for a daily. If you do find a motor or a full conversion, slap that in. Will go good. Yeah, manual's good fun, but the boxes are known to not be very strong, so yeah, probably better off staying auto. Auto will would be a lot quicker too. Bang. Exactly. That's what's going to be interesting with this drift car I'm doing, Baz. See how long the manual box holds up. I know LS House have a lot of luck with their Turbo Eco cars that are drifters that are manual, and I've got a mate over here that's got a air-to-air intercooled L67 that's Getrag, and he's survived so far, but we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, but that's the problem with that though, is the price of them now. You used to be able to buy T56s for 700 to 800, and now you're looking at three and a half grand for them. It's crazy. Jake, the L67 block with ARP Conrod bolts has gone 750 horsepower so far. So they make good power. Yeah, Tin Shed, I've never actually clutch kicked anything in my life, so I'm going to try keep it that way. I do have turbo manifolds sitting over there for it, and it will be going turbo, but I wanted to go NA first, make videos on that, take it to the drags, see if they allow me with it like completely stripped out to run down the drags. Oops, sorry, kicked you guys there. See what time it runs, do a couple mods here and there. But everyone always sees, like I might do those Mace insulator things, so the top and bottom go back to the drags. We'll see what the mile per hour is, because we don't care about the time, just mile per hour. I might get a draggy as well and see what like 0 to 60s and 60 to 100s and all that crap is, and do all that. And then I have to order a clutch, because obviously the clutch that's on there won't hold. Do a clutch, turbo it, and then should be able to actually hold some gears around the longer tracks and compete properly. Yeah, Baz, everything has gone stupid, it's crazy. Even motors like LS1, same thing. They used to be $700-800, and now the exact same price as T56 is 3 to 3.5 grand at least. It's crazy. It's like the 6 litres, the L98s, LS2s, L77s, L76s all used to be 3.5 to 4 grand. Now they're all 8.5. It's just COVID's just jacked the prices up everywhere, because every Tom, Dick and Harry went and got 10 grand out of a super twice, had money, so everyone jacked the prices up because everyone had money to spend, and they just haven't come down. Brent, T5 would be a pain in the ass. T5's a cable, so I'd have to custom mount a clutch pedal, custom do the clutch cable, get a custom, well not custom, but get a VS Series 1 or 2 clutch. It's more effort than it's worth. Yeah, L67s are going up there too. Like you, 2 grand, 2.5 grand for a complete one with a gearbox. Or they want them like 1600-1800 for just the motor. I'm always here in WA. It's crazy. Yeah, but Brent, that's just money and time. This is just meant to be a seat time drifter. Like not this one, the one that's up on the hoist. That's why I'm just putting the manual shit in it. Got to re-weld the diff. Got to install a hydro handbrake in it, and I've just got factory seats, which you can see there, because the ones that are in the car will rip, so those ones are fine. Factory seats to go in until I find some cheap bucket seats, and I've got those seats that are ripping out. I can get the rails off them, weld them the rails, put them in. Just a cheap seat time car, enter next year's competition, have some fun. Obviously, I'm going to get nowhere near winning. I'll probably get knocked out in the top 32 if I make top 32, if there's more than 32 cars. If I make it through qualifying, just a seat time car to learn some more, have fun, then turbo it to make myself a little bit more competitive and see how long the box lasts. But when this gets for stroker, and I don't know if you guys saw the last live stream of Confed Boost, but I'm doing a billet 4.2 stroker for this. So when that goes in, I'm I'm going to obviously try sell all this, and with what's happening, my turbo kit and intake, everything, and motor will be for sale. I can sell it as a package with the gearbox and clutch and tail shaft, but if not, then maybe I'll put this driveline in the drift car for an event or two till it sells, and that'd be awesome. But otherwise, it's just going to be a budget cheap drifter, stock motor until I'm building a L67 bottom end that's over there. So I finish putting that together. That'll have a cam in it. I'll get an upgraded clutch for that. That'll go in. That'll be with the turbo, and then yeah. Yeah, it's pretty good, Jake. The built box is worth that alone these days. The Aussie Bogan COVID tax jacked the prices of everything way up, made everything that a little bit more unaffordable. Forgot to sweep me pile of dirt up too, wherever it is there. Could do that now, but no. Now I've got one video already filmed that I've got to edit. I'm going to film doing the head gasket. I didn't bother filming pulling the motor out of the VY because you guys would have seen that, or if you watched, you would have seen me pull out the VX, so there's no point doing the same video twice. But yeah, so I went to round 3, the final round of drifting, with helped my mate out in the pits, and obviously filmed as well. So he's got a VS L67 that's air to air. So I thought that's kind of relevant for the channel as well. So I can either knuckle down and edit that. It'll be like a feature film kind of deal. There's no talking, you won't see me at all, but it's like us arriving, unloading a car, a couple of videos of the car, then just all him on track. I've also downloaded the live stream at D1WA Here Do, so put that in. So I can either do that for next week, or I can do the head gasket. If you're here watching and in the comments, let me know what you prefer to see next week, like a drifting feature film of an L67, or just some eco engine work. You're still gonna see the D1 video, but it's whether you see it this Saturday or the one after. But let me know what you guys prefer, and I'll make that happen. It's not so much that, Jake. It's the point that all the spare parts division, you can't get that stuff anymore. Yeah, Baz, I don't know where Cornfed is. I've actually been talking to him through this stream. You see me typing away at the keyboard because I'm replying to him. But he must be busy. I know he's got a lot of turbo manifolds to make, and he's got that Beamer to fix to sell. Yeah, Baz, that's it, which is a good thing for Holden owners, but bad if you want to buy one. And Tin Shed, I know what happened at Rollers, but I'm not going to say what happened. I'll leave that for his videos. Straight to Mexico. Thanks, Aussie Bogan, appreciate it. Have a good evening, mate. Cheers for jumping on the stream. Jake Nyrellis has been to the quarter. Mine's not even tuned yet. well, it's tuned, but it had a slipping clutch, so I haven't gone back yet. But 100% corn feds will be quicker. His is auto and makes more power. So his 100% should be quicker. I can't match him with power because my head gaskets won't hold up. Won't get anywhere near holding up. So, and obviously me being manual, him being auto's going to win every time. But when they both have our strokers done, we'll both be auto, and hopefully we'll meet up in person at a drag strip and we'll actually cars side by side, and we'll see. Yeah, but as well, like I was saying, we'll see if I'm in the same situation tomorrow, or depending on how late I finish the stream, maybe I'll even jump into it tonight, we'll see. Probably not though. Probably wait till tomorrow, but yeah. At least mine have a Nason bolts. I'm not sure if they're the ones that may sell, but my head bolts, actually I've got them in a box right next to me. They the ones you had, Baz? I don't know if the screen's going to show them back to front. And up screen showing it right. They're the head bolts I have. I've actually even opened these still because they're all in there. Then I got some Mace specials. Well, hopefully the rain stays away. Tin Shed, I'm absolutely bloody keen to see what you get. I should be able to low 11 all day with a good launch and traction, I reckon. Hey Dan, yeah, I had issues on the scheduled stream I did. Both the app that I used last time for the fancy stream and my phone wouldn't let me go live on the scheduled one. It kept having issues. So I had to start one, like make one there and then. And I don't think it gave notifications for some reason. Oh really? Yours came in a bag, Jesus. Maybe I bought these off one of the L67 pages. A guy there posted them up for sale, and I hit him up and asked me to post a perf, which he did. So I have no idea if the bolts were from Mace too. I know the head gaskets were because of a sticker, but Tin Shed Permaseal. Let me have a look. Nah, Jake, those are just not MLS factory replacements. I can't think of a name. Graphite cylinder head gasket, it says. Yeah, I thought Permaseal too, actually. Tin Shed, but it doesn't actually stay on there. Most have done their repackaging and re-stickering. You want some Bursons, yeah. If I was lazy, I would have done the same thing too, but I can't be bothered driving there. Oh yeah, that works too. Lucky there was no arguments. You guys can see the it's interesting, my phone screen didn't even show you could see the microphone or the top of my laptop, but then I can see on the screen here that you can. Good old phones. I think the drag season here in WA starts. Yeah, look, I know it's September. So when next day? I know they made a post recently saying on the back. 7th of September, which is 2 weeks from now. Shit. When am I back in Perth? I fly to work on the 31st, which means I get back on the 13th. Fuck, drag racing's back on. Fuck, maybe I'm gonna have to hit Justin up to get to the dyno tomorrow. Holy crap. This stream must be glitching out because it says 65 people are on here. That can't be right. It was like 13 a second ago. Other than that, we got a lot of bots on here. Now we're down to 58, 48, 39. Yeah, that glitched hard. 23. Oh, 17 now. What the fuck is this doing? Gee, that's what I'm gonna do. I should have turned on monetizing for this stream. Would have made a fucking fortune off that then. So I have it turned on for it. Oh, I didn't. Fuck. It's on now. Yeah, righto, Jess. You keep doing your little dot paintings. That'd be awesome. Gemini, that'd be so light. That'd be a bit of a weapon. Did you have to make the snout shorter, or did... Oh no, that was only for a custom motor, wasn't it? I wonder how they fit in Geminis. Like, surely extractors would be pretty difficult. Hey Nitro, how you going? How's the old car going? Yeah, I'm sure, yeah. I realised as soon as I said it, I was like, wait up, that wasn't for a 3.8. Are you getting close to the first start, Nitro? Hey, cranked it. Awesome. Really 60 pounds of pressure on the starter. That's actually pretty damn good. How long do you reckon until your initial fire up? And did you run a wire straight from the key barrel to the starter, or did you wire it like from the key barrel to the relay, or did you go through the ECU and send that out somewhere? Oh yeah, fair enough. What do you mean? What do you reckon you screwed up on the starter? What bit? Dan, I have no idea if they are that or not. I have the manually oversized valves. You can get them from Intent. So let me just jump on there now, and I'll post the link in the chat. Hopefully they still come up. Oh, here we go. Hopefully YouTube lets this comment go through. There. And then when it says choose your valves, you've obviously got to pick intake set of 6, add to cart, and then go back and go exhaust set of 6. But those are the exact valves that I have in this. No worries, Baz. Cheers for jumping on the stream. Hope you enjoy the rest of your evening and have a good week and have some better luck with your new project. No worries, Dan. The only thing that sucks is the price of, well, not the price of them's gone up, but the conversion rate and shipping's gone up. Look, Stream's doing it again. Now it's saying we're at 60. Something freaky's going on here. Now at 59, and you watch us dive straight back down. 52. Won't start on the key. Okay. There's 2 ways that you can do it. Well, there's 2 ways that I've done it with the aftermarket ECU. The first one is I tapped into the purple wire, the key barrel. I sent the wire from that straight out to the starter relay and wired that to the, why did I wire it to? It was either pin 85 or 86, I can't remember. It was either 85 or 86, and then I think the opposite wire of that, then I grounded that out. So then that made the coil in the relay work. And the other way, which I've done it this time because I deleted it, I moved that fuse box, relay box inside the cabin, and it was just easier, is I went straight off the purple wire and the key barrel and went straight to the starter motor. Because that wire is only signal wire, it actually carries no load. It just sends a 12-volt signal to the starter, and then that just tells the starter to work, and the big thick wire that runs to there actually takes all the load. So yeah, there's two other ways you can do that. The thing is if you wire it through your Haltech, you need to run off the purple wire from the key barrel is a AVI, I believe. I think there's Haltech call them AVI in, and then you'll need a DPO out to run either to. Actually, you have to run it to the relay because I don't think Haltech allows you to send a 12-volt signal out. Only a ground signal out of the auxiliary outs. So you're probably better off just going straight off the key barrel, straight to the relay, or straight to the starter. If that made no sense, flick us a message on Messenger and I'll put it in writing, which hopefully will make more sense and at least you can look back on. That start inhibit wire on the white plug is just for autos, I believe. And then if your car was, okay, cool, it makes sense, sweet. Yeah, because if that, I believe if your car was a factory auto, underneath the auto selector shifter or around the area, there's a plug which you can bridge out the terminals if you can manual converting. But if not, then that will run through to the white plug, and then from the white plug will run out to the auto gearbox, as far as I'm aware. So for a manual situation, that start inhibit wire on the white plug will actually have no bearing at all for a manual setup, as far as I'm aware. Hopefully you guys didn't hear that. V6 Commodore with a straight pipe. Absolutely disgusting. We'll probably go for another hour, half an hour to an hour. Maybe I might send my tuner a message, because if you get it tuned, and next time I come back I can go straight to the drags the next night. Might do that. Yeah, that's for the auto. Is yours auto or manual? I can't remember. Sorry, I was just typing. I might have been delayed replying and just sent the tuner a message, received. I get a response. I didn't realise the drags here are open next time I'm back. But yeah, if your car's auto, if it's not in park or neutral, that inhibitor wire will stop it. Okay, if it's now manual, have you, that plug that was near the shifter, have you bridged that out? There's a wire there on how you, there's two wires that you need to bridge out, whether you do it at the plug or before. Yeah, and then that bypasses all that. But regardless, actually that doesn't even matter though, because we've gone aftermarket ECU completely, like got rid of the factory one, you still need to send, regardless of if it was auto or manual, you still need to send a wire from the key barrel to the relay or straight to the starter, or if you're doing it through ECU, from the ECU then out the ECU to the relay or the starter, depending on how you want to do it. James, not yet. I'm still the only person who knows how to do that, and if I do that, then I've lost money because I can charge to do the tune. So since I'm the only person who can do it, I'm not going to make a video showing everyone how it's done and every Tom, Dick and Harry can do it, and then I won't be selling any tunes because everyone can do it themselves. It's kind of going against myself on that, especially considering I spent 6+ months doing it, getting it to work and getting it dialed in so it drove like factory. Josh, exactly what I just said before. I've got to buy the stuff to tune the Memcal stuff as well. I haven't got that. I'm going to be flash based at the moment. James, I'm not too sure. The issue with also me selling the tune at this point, like the Ghost Cam, I do other tunes, but selling the Ghost Cam is anyone can then plug into the ECU, download the tune, open it, and see how it's done. And then they can sell it or upload it to a forum or give it to their mates. I've already had a guy, I did a turbo tune for him, and then I had like 3 messages from his mate saying that they run the tune as well, that he sent it to them, they put it on, they run them, and that it runs awesome and it's good, this and that. I'm like, well, one, you messaged me saying that it runs fine is absolutely pointless because I've never heard of you before, and 2, you're just letting me know that the guy's gone on and giving my tune away to other people, and 3 tunes worth is what, $1,100 or so that I've lost out on. So at this point, same thing, I'm not going to sell the Ghost Cam tune because I'm the only person who knows how to do it, and the only person who knows how to do it and make it run the car drive like factory. So at this point, it's not happening. Give it some time because someone else gets close or figures a way out, then I'll sell it because it makes no difference. If someone else is selling it, then I might as well. But for now, no, because I've already had it before where when I was testing it out, I wasn't able to get to the car I was testing it on. I was at work and the car was 3 hours away from where I live. So someone waved at east that had a bush basher, a paddock car, I was sending him it and changing it. He then changed a couple other things and posted it in a forum for everyone to download. And yeah, got straight down his throat for that. Then he made him delete the post of that tune because then that's all my hard work gone. Anyone can download it and have it, which exactly that can happen. Jake, on a flash-based ECU, I charge $350 for a tune. regardless of what it is, whether it's full custom or just your factory car. So for a turbo-based tune 350, for a flash-based ECU, I've got to buy the stuff for a Memcal stuff, and then that will probably be a little bit more because I have to buy Memcals to be able to raise them to ride on. So whatever they cost will be extra on top. It depends, James, pretty much anything and everything to an extent. With the factory soft or firmware on the ECU and what's available, there's limited things you can change, but relatively everything can change. Whether it's auto or manual, I can change if the speedo reads incorrect. I can make it pop and crackle and decel. I can change all the thermo fans come on, can do shift points in the auto, can do no VATs. Obviously you can tickle up the tune to make it more performance based. Obviously if it's got a cam, you can tune that as well. If you've done auto to manual conversion, I can do that so that the ECU is catered to a manual car. I could do, Jake, but I'd have to learn that system. I've never downloaded any of the Memcal based tunes. Looked at them, which it's definitely doable, but I've just got to have an hour or two to look over it and see what options are available on them. But that's something I could do though. If you have a UV eraser and then a chip burner, then yeah, definitely I could do the tune and send it to you by email, and you can burn it onto a Memcal. Hey Harris Gaming, not bad mate. Just today in the VY, I got the VY, the white VY. I got the gearbox and motor ripped out. So tomorrow in the manual motor that I have there, got to do the head gasket on that. Get that all cleaned up. It's pretty dusty, so I got the pressure washer on that, make it look all spick and span. And yeah, head gasket that bolted all together. I'll get that probably back in. I got to take the car down to the local car wash, and there's heaps of mud and salt and crap on that, so I'll pressure wash it at the car wash, drop all the mud on their property, not on mine. Get it back. I'll probably spray the engine bay black, just to hide all the oil spills and stains, you know how it is. Get the motor in, then we can start getting the box in, but it's getting there. Might not be running and driving this R&R, but in 2 weeks' time when I'm back from work, it will be running and driving then anyway. It's definitely going to be turboed. I already have turbo manifolds for it that I picked up really cheap. But to start off, it'll be NA. I'll go out, I'll get it running and driving NA, experience what that's like in an NA car trying to drift it. And obviously, because for footage, I want to take it to the drag, see what time, or not time, but what mile per hour it gets. I might get a draggy, same thing, 0 to 60, 60 to 100. Draggy times, and I'll do a couple of the NA mods that people do, like the plenum spaces, all that kind of crap. And I'll find a factory tune to put on, so I'll do a factory tune versus my tune as well. And then yeah, then it will be turbo. I'm not sure what turbo on a stock motor. I'm putting an L67 bottom end together. I've got pistons and rods coming, because 2 of the pistons and rods I have are bad. So actually no, 1 piston rod I have is bad. So I've got some spares coming, so I can put them in. I'll have ARP hardware throughout. I'll have a cam in it. I'll probably just do that and put the turbo kit on that, so I don't have to change motor twice. But it will be turboed, and then obviously have to get a clutch for that and see how long the box lasts. But that's the plan anyway. What do you mean by drift kit in front? Yeah, Dan, that's definitely something I could do for you. Provided, like you said, it's a flash-based ECU but auto NA ECU. If you did the adapter harness, then yeah, that'll work for sure. Angle kit, for starters, no, I'll go out there as it is, and then I'll probably do the cut and shut mod, which is extending the knuckle. Whether I buy them from Showtime or I take it down to my fab guy, get him to do it. I could do it myself, but the last thing I want to do is weld it myself, have my crappy welds break, and I T-bone someone's drift car and make them spend thousands of dollars repairing it. So I'll send my fab guy, whatever it costs for him to do it, pay that, then I know that they're good. Do that, and then I might do some extended lower control arms to get some more camber out of it as well, which will help when at full lock. I don't think I'll ever go a Showtime kit on it. They're very expensive and I won't really need it. You can always drive around angle, but you never know. Yeah, Harris, I've always, not always, but in my VE, I enter as many drift events as I can, but it's not door to door because it's still road registered, and imagine paying for a brand new rear quarter panel in a VE. That alone will be costly, then paying for it to get cut and welded in and repainted. Yeah, no thanks. But yeah, I love drifting, which is exactly why I want to do that, so I can retire the VE from it, and then I can have that where I can just go all out and I don't care if it gets hit, dented, crashed or whatever. So definitely enjoying the drifting scene, but hopefully soon I'll be enjoying it even more. Hey Josh's Mini Reef, what do you mean by has CalMaker been covered? Like, what do you mean by being covered? What's your question on that? I'm in Byford, Harris. Like 20 minutes or so away from you. Good to see another WA guy in here. Not at all. 96. If he'd sell it to me, I'd start tuning on CalMaker as well. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it at all. What about you, Harris? Have you got a project car or a fun car or burnout car or whatever the situation is? Jake, CalMaker is 100% better. CalMaker, you can run mathless, you can run a map sensor, and everything makes a lot more sense there. It's just a very older software. Yeah, Jan, the corn-fed boost can do manifolds to air conditioning. He has done I know at least one. That I've seen in his posts. He's also sent me pictures of them when he was doing them. But he can definitely do them for aircon as well. Oh yeah, awesome, Harris. At least you got the rest of your lifetime ahead of you to enjoy it. Yeah, 90, Mr. 96, that's it, but he also sold it to you at some point, so we'll see. James, you can do a mathless trim, but that's with CalMaker software with, well, CalMaker firmware, and the software you use is CalMaker, but on the, using Tuner Pro you can't, there's no way to go mathless on it. No, Jake, you can't, you have to do CalMaker, and CalMaker costs about $1,400 for initial tune, because it's $400 for the license, and then a tune is roughly a grand. So yeah, $1,400. That's it, Dan. So sorry, I was typing, missed a few things there, but yeah, it's always all about the dollars, which is always the hardest bit about it. Awesome, Harris, you're pretty lucky being able to get a VX Eco. When I first got my license, L plates and P plates, I wasn't allowed a V6 Commodore. My old man said, "No, you got to get a 4-cylinder." So well, at least on my L plates and beginning of my P plates, anyway, I had a Hyundai Excel for most of that. So you're pretty lucky if you get to the VX Eco. Well, people might laugh about them. They're pretty powerful cars and they're good. Mr. 96, he doesn't make the license keys. He rings a guy called Ken over in Sydney, New South Wales, who he gets the license keys off. And I know that because every time I've gone to him for a tune, mine always gets bricked. The first ECU always gets bricked. It never, getting it flashed on just for whatever reason never worked well. I think it's because I had a shitty electrical system in the car. Something will go wrong. So when that ECU was bricked, there went that license for that ECU. So I had to get a new one every time. Hey, Bitcoin BMW, howdy from Texas. So if I understand that correct, you're from America, which is absolutely amazing. I think you are the first American to be on my live stream, mate. So that's awesome to see. Not a lot, mate. I'm just building a drift cart at the moment, waiting for this to go back on the dyno to see where we can max things out. And the drag season here in Western Australia starts soon because in winter it's very wet here. Yeah, Harris, a lot of people do think it's an LS till I see the coil covers. Yeah, it's not coil covers, sorry, the rocker covers. And then I showed photos of when I was putting it together and showing that the manifolds do have 3 runners, not 4 on either side, proving it's a V6. But Yeah, it is cool. There's nothing wrong with the factory intake. I just wanted to do this to get that kind of wow factor in the engine bay. Wow factor, bragging rights, being able to look at it and post pictures and be really proud of it, have something different to an extent. Bitcoin BMW, what time is it over there in Texas for you? Cheers, Harris. I spent a lot of time in the engine bay making things. Like I deleted a lot of things from the engine bay, and then I made sure I bought all the right parts. And when I took this to my fab guy to get all done, I said to him, "This is what I want. Do it. Send me the invoice, and I'll pay it because one, I know his work's quality, and two, I know it's worth it in the long run." So I try not to take any shortcuts, and especially when I wire up this harness as well, I try to hide as much as possible, which really helps. James, it's custom. You have to get it custom made. So this here is a top hat that you can buy from Holley. Just search up Holley like high rise lid or top hat and it will come up. You can buy that and then you get it grafted to the lower intake manifold. Oh really, 5:30 a.m. Wow. So here in Western Australia it's actually 6:30 p.m. and then over in the opposite side of Australia it's 8:30 p.m. because they're 2 hours behind where I am here in WA, in Western Australia. I guess you guys call WA Washington, I think. This here is a Holden Commodore. So Holden's from GM. And yeah, here in Australia we have Holdens, and that's the make, and the model was a Commodore. This here is a VY, so this came out in 2004. To put it in perspective, you guys have Pontiac G8s, which are our VE, Holden Commodore VEs. So yeah, just to give you some background info, it's an Australian made, Australian delivered car, and this has, you guys over in States have the 3.8 motors, which I believe are mainly supercharged, but you guys have them front wheel drive and the east to west motors, so running that direction, whereas in ours they are all rear wheel drive and running north to south in that direction. Yeah, it's probably the best way I can explain it. Bitcoin BMW, if you are interested, if you go on Facebook and search up VY V6 Turbo Commodore EcoJet, that's my build page for this. It has a lot of photos on there and you'll actually be able to see the full car. So you can actually see what a VY Holden Commodore looks like. And it has the whole build process on there, so you can see everything about the engine bay, engine that got done. Just in case you're interested in that. But still, it's pretty cool to see you on the stream, especially this early in the morning for you. That's crazy. May I ask, though, Bitcoin, if you still are on here, where did you come across this live stream? Did it just pop up, or where did you see a link to it on Facebook or something? Cheers, Harris. I don't know if you've seen my videos or anything, but yeah, it's a 7-car garage, and I've got the car hoist in it as well. The misso and myself saved for quite a fair few months to afford the deposit to build it. So Been awesome. Oh, awesome, Bitcoin. That's pretty cool. I appreciate you giving myself a chance on the live stream here. I'm just still absolutely stoked and dumbfounded that I've got an American on the live stream. Oh, of course, because for you guys it's Sunday, isn't it? Because right now for us here it's the evening of Sunday. I always forget that. Big car meet today. Circuit of America's racetrack. Is that around the Texas area? Yeah, Sunday morning. That's awesome. So there you are in the past and we're in the future, I guess. Five-minute drive. Oh, you can't complain about that then. Nice and close. Are you going there to have a look, or are you taking one of your own personal cars down there? And if so, what do you have? So I just want to throw out there, I'm sure the rest of everyone in this stream that lives in Australia can vouch for this, but I know a lot of people over in America are being led to believe that we drink Foster's, which is definitely not true. That's, as far as we're aware, is generally a British beer. We do not even sell it here, and it's known as cat piss, basically. You're in WA, you drink this absolutely gorgeous drink, but yeah, Foster's is never heard of here, so I'll clear that up just before people think otherwise. X6M. Is that a BMW? Which I'm assuming because of your name. And I'm guessing as well from the model number of that, it's a SUV. Well, we call them SUV. It's a, I don't know how to word it. What do you guys call them over there? What, like, it's not sedan, coupe, hatchback, four-wheel drive. What do you guys over there call them? Because we call them here like SUVs, sports utility vehicles. Is that the same thing for you guys? Oh, SUV there as well. Oh, awesome. Sweet. Can imagine that'd be pretty nice. Yeah, not Mr. 96 VS, this is a WA beer, so I don't know if you guys will be able to see this, but you can actually see on the can, beer for Western Australia. And we have another one here called Swan Draft. Well, we call it here Swanee D for short. We call this Export, and it's called EMU Export. They're the two WA beers. It'd be the same as like Victoria having VB, but obviously VB's more nationally known around everywhere, but Export's basically just a WA beer, but it is the staple of WA beer here, basically. Harris, I have a Yamaha WR250. I can't remember the year of it. It's either 2009 or 2016. It's a stolen bike that was recovered through insurance and then sold to a scrapyard, which then took it to their block, crashed a couple times, wasn't running, And I got told if I could get it running, I could have it for 500 bucks. I got it running, so I bought it for 500 bucks. So it's just a fun bike to ride when I'm out and about, out bush. Nothing serious. Cheers, Harris. For me, it's perfect. Anyone who actually rides bikes might say it's slow or it's not that nice. It's missing a few fairings, missing that, but for me, it's perfect. It starts, drives fine. It's quick enough for me, so yeah. Yeah, James, it's definitely possible. The best starting point is going to pcmhacking.com, search, or even just Google search the one, so THE, then the actual physical one, enhanced tunes. Download that. You'll have a zip file, should have a .bin.xdf.adx, and then download Tuner Pro RT. Open that, open the bin, then select XDF, select the XDF to suit it. That's a very great base. It's already a slightly tippled up tune. The VATS is already deleted off that, or VATS removed. And then all you should be able to, on the left hand side, there should be like a drop down menu. There should be 3 options. Click on the one which then shows a lot of folders. And all those folders, you'll be able to see everything you need, like spark, fuel, idle, power enrichment, acceleration enrichment, and it'll have thermofans fuel cut. Fuel cut is your limiter, thermofans your thermofan turn on points. It's probably the best advice I can give on here without rambling on for too long, but that's a good starting point. A really Great Northern's pretty big in Sydney, so that's a Queenslander beer, isn't it? Oh, awesome. Honda XR250 4-stroke. That's sweet. Yeah, mine's 4-stroke as well. Why is that 426 and why is that 125? Can't say I've heard of a 426, but they're definitely hammer. Between 1999 and 2001. The MS96 VS, if you say it's, I know it's just pretty big in Sydney. Yeah, right. All the mine sites here in WA sell Great Northern because I'm pretty sure at least half of the work population here in the mine sites is from Queensland. So they have a lot of Queenslander beers, which sucks. Well, here we go, guys. We got our spam comments coming in. Let's get rid of them as they go. Oh, there's too many. Every time, about almost 2 hours in, we get them. All right, they're removed. Frame contains the oil. That's different. So are you saying the oiling system goes through the rain? Sorry, through the frame. The 426 would surely have to hammer. Pick up a wheel with these. Yeah, sweet. Right, I'll probably go for another 15 minutes or so unless we pick up a shit ton of viewers and comments. We've got to get inside and smack the missile around a little bit, get her to get in the kitchen and start cooking. You know how it is. It's a fair effort, Harris. You're pretty lucky she didn't seize up when you're halfway back. Could have been a long walk. That's it, Jess. I'll get me singlet on, me wife beater, and start beating you around. Hoping no fluids leak onto the bonnet later. Yeah, wouldn't want to start a big motorbike with big compression and kickstart. Fuck that. I'm lucky mine's got an electric start. Just push a button. Ugh. Just have to piston. How do you manage to do that? I thought Hondas are meant to be pretty good as well. Pretty reliable. Like, that's weird as hell. I'm not really, I don't want to say into, because I like dirt bikes, but I guess, lack of a better term, not really into my bikes, so I wouldn't really know, but I've never heard of that before. Went to do a jump and bang. Fuck. Decomp lever. Another thing I've never heard of. Yeah, right. Cold start and decomp lever. Oh, stick to me WR250. Electric start, push a button and she starts every time. Great gear shift and burst rear tyre, Jesus. You had a rough day. That sounds like too much effort, Mr. 96. Second time out on your dirt bike, you done all that. Jesus. Oh God, quad bikes. Don't even get me started on them. Oh, it looks like we've lost Bianc. Because I had enough of the Aussie stream. I couldn't handle the export 5-1. Body quads. Quads and their owners are as good as Ford owners. So everyone who's on here still and commenting, what's your plans for the rest of the week? Well, the start of the week, I guess. What's the plans of the new week coming? Jess, you just say that because you know it's true. Oh, you ran a corner. I'm guessing it was blind as well. It's always a horrible thing when you come up to one like that. Sounds like an exciting week, Harris. At least it sounds like you're a good son, though, for giving your mum a hand. Oh, yeah, lovely Aussie bogan. It also sounds like an expensive week for you. New tyres and powder coating. Can't be cheap. Well, that'll do it, Harris. I guess it explains why you guys crash into each other then, if you can't see shit. Right, well, me, Mr. 96. Oh yeah, I think I know the one you're about, Harris. That's it, Aussie Bogan, not cheap until you start frying the tyres. It's 100% definitely not cheap. This 96, mine's essentially a G35 but on steroids. It's slightly bigger than a G35 1050. Don't worry, Aussie Bogan, I'm about to shut shop as well. We were at 8 viewers, it just jumped up to 11 and now 10, but we're almost at the 2-hour mark, so we might as well call it quits. Yeah, Harris will do. There'll be videos coming up as they happen. I'm going to film doing the head gasket and the motor and dropping it in, and I don't know if I'll film stripping it out. Maybe I'll just set a GoPro up and the footage is what it is, but I'm not going to sit there and stop stripping it every 10 seconds to get a better camera angle, because it's just going to take too long to do. I'm just going to get it done, and then I'll probably do a couple private track highs with a couple mates out there. Yeah, Mr. 96, the Pulsar should have a nice little spool whistle to it. That's awesome, Harris. Appreciate that. Hopefully, once I get the drift build done and this is completely tuned, I'll start doing some more driving videos and event videos that should be a little more interesting, because I'm kind of finding stuff to do at the moment and just filming anything and everything just so I have a video, so they're not the most grabbing, attention grabbing. But yeah, appreciate that. But yeah, anyways, I think I'm going to head off here, and the night, let everyone get on with the evening, and keep an eye out next Saturday for another video. I'll either be working on the drift car or it will be the drift event that just happened that I went down and pit crewed for and filmed. Yeah, killer. I hope you guys have a good week, and next live stream will be in 3 weeks. Let me have a quick look at the calendar. So not the 4th, on the 18th of September. I think work on the 4th and 11th. The 18th of September will be the next live stream. So hopefully I see you guys all there along with everyone else. Until then, catch you later. Enjoy your beer. I gotta figure out how to end this again. There, that button.